Okay, I should be streaming right now, live streaming. Sorry I'm late. I have to get used to this. I actually prefer just doing radio and not being on the camera, but this is what I know to do right now, which is the live streaming. So I'm going to try to keep it going. So I am Yah. Welcome back to my live stream. And thank you all so much for joining me. So again, the purpose of this stream is to help wake up Yah's people that we are just passing through. The earth is not our home. And a lot of the frustrations and stress and depression and everything that we believers feel is because we're kind of like lost in the matrix of thinking that this life is our destination, and it's not. This is very temporary, and the righteous will inherit the earth. And a lot of the confusion, I believe, is because the Bible as we know it has been kind of strategically manipulated so that we don't really see and understand the truth about who Yah or God really is. Like, all of us, we just kind of relate. We don't want to go to hell. Hell, 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 hell. That's the emphasis. You got to believe in God so you don't go to hell. But there's a better reason to believe in Yah. There's a better reason to serve him. And it's not just fear of going to hell. No, 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 no. The truth is, hell wasn't even made for his celestial beings, which would be us, or Satan himself. Everything that God made, he said was good, and his intentions were good, but he gave us free will. And so other things happened as a result. But God is Yah, God is good. And the emphasis needs to be his goodness, his love, and his mercy. And one of the ways we can see that is through one of the books of called Adam and Eve, their conflict with Satan. It shows us life after they got expelled from the garden. And that whole relationship, them coming from being a celestial being made in Yah's image to being given a physical body and demoted down to the earth, it's something that Yah has to open your eyes to, because it is so profound. Adam and Eve didn't want to be here. They didn't have their heart set on earthly things because they were the first man and woman. So Satan has had 7,000 years to get in our heads, to get in our minds, and to create a perspective for us on this realm. And we have to come out of his matrix, Satan's matrix. Let's call it what it is. So this book is shedding a lot of light on who we really are. We were created as celestial beings made in Yah's similitude. We were one mind and one with him. And after our initial disobedience, we lost that bright nature, and he put us in temporary darkness, gave us an earthly body, but he created the earth and everything in it to make our transition back to him happen. And he did that through his son. So let's just jump right back into it. I am picking up. If you guys will come with me, let's go to scene 2. We're going to go to the book of Adam and Eve here. There it is, the book of Adam and Eve, also called the conflict of Adam and Eve with Satan. And if you're following me, I am my link tree is posted. I am on Spotify. I'm on here, Twix. I'm on YouTube. I haven't really done much with the TikTok. Let's see, Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, and I think there's one other one. But just go to my link tree. But for now, my YouTube VOB. That's my raw recordings here, errors and everything. I just post them all up on my Yah VOB channel. Okay, so let's go down to chapter 20. Let's see where we go right here. Okay, way too far down. Okay, that was 15, 13. Okay, we left off at 20. So we're going to pick up at 21, I believe. 19, 20. Okay, 21 is right here. Yeah, you guys are set. Okay. So we can go ahead just for continuity. We'll just read 20 since it's so short. Okay, Father, I ask that you be with us tonight and that you fill us with your wisdom, your knowledge, and your understanding. We bind Satan, the evil one, the liar, the deceiver, from our minds, bodies, spirits, souls. And we just ask, Father, that you fill us with your wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And so that we could soon join you again. Okay, so 120. Then Adam wept and said, "Oh Yah, remove us to some other place." He didn't like the cave. He didn't like being on earth in that cave of treasures that Yah told him to go to. So he's saying, please remove us to some other place, that the serpent may not come again near us. Satan had just tried to kill them and rise against us, lest it find your handmaid Eve alone and kill her, for its eyes are hideous and evil. Talking about Satan in his last encounter with him. Um, so Yah said to Adam and Eve, henceforth fear not. I will not let it come near you. I have driven it away from you, from this mountain. Neither will I leave in it aught to hurt you. Then Adam and Eve worshipped before Yah and gave him thanks and praised him for having delivered them from death. So we're going to move on now to chapter 21. Yah had already explained to them that he made Satan darkness, basically killing him. There's no repentance or forgiveness for Satan or his minions or demons or whatever they are. And Satan's issue with us is that we have been redeemed. There's a covenant that Yah made with Adam and his righteous seed, that he will get us and them back to the garden after 5,500 years. You guys can go back and watch that. So 21. Then Adam and Eve went in search of the garden. They still want to go back. They're pleading to go back. And the heat beat like a flame on their faces, and they sweated from the heat and wept before the Lord. This whole concept of the sun was new to them, the physical sun. The place where they wept was near unto a high mountain, facing the western gate of the garden. Then Adam threw himself down from the top of that mountain. Oh my goodness. He has died and tried to commit suicide several times already. But this time it says, then Adam threw himself down from the top of that mountain. His face was torn and his flesh was flayed. Much blood flowed from him, and he was near unto death. Meanwhile, Eve remained standing on the mountain, weeping over him, so lying. And she said, I wish not to live after him, for all that he did to himself was through me, by me, or because of me. She's owning it. Then she threw herself down the same mountain after him, and was torn and scotched by stones, and remained lying as dead. Now, I don't know if you guys live in a mountainous area, but I do. And anytime you throw yourself down a mountain, it's not going to be good, okay? And this is what they both have just done. So then she threw herself after him and was torn and scotched by stones and remained lying as dead. The merciful Yah, who looks upon his creatures, keyword, the merciful God, the merciful Yah. This is what we've lost. You know, he's merciful. He loves us. The merciful Yah, our God, who looks upon his creatures, looked upon Adam and Eve as they lay dead. And he sent his word unto them and raised them. A whole theme in the book of Adam and Eve is, you know, through their sadness and remorse and hardship, he always sends his word, and it always lifts them up or gives them hope or heals them or delivers them. But here, yet again, he does the same thing, okay? And he sent his word unto them and raised them and said to Adam, O Adam, all this misery which you have brought upon yourself will not avail against my rule. Neither will it alter the covenant of the years. And that's the covenant of the 5,500 years until he sins, creates a body for himself and comes to the earth and suffer in every way, and of course, illegally. And he's going to go to hell and pay the price for what Adam and Eve did, and get Adam out of there, all of his righteous seed and all of his offspring that are righteous, back to what God originally intended, which is we were celestial beings made in his similitude, living in his realm. So chapter 22. Then Adam said to Yah, I wither in the heat. I am faint from walking, and am loath of this world. and I know not when you will bring me out of it to rest. Then Yah said unto him, O Adam, it cannot be at present, not until you have ended your days. Then shall I bring you out of this wretched land. You see, people, the earth is wretched. It's a wretched place. From the time Adam fell until now, the sound of my voice. But Satan has had 6,000 to 7,000 years to make it look glamorous to us. And we're so caught up in it. Saving money, investing, worrying about status, pride, ego, want a lot of money to be prosperous and comfortable. He's had all these years to create his matrix. Now, I don't mean to bust your bubble, but the earth is still wretched. And this is not our home. And so the sooner we allow Yah to change our minds, to renew our minds, and we get our hearts out of passionate things for in this realm and put all that passion into him and what he wants us to do and preparing for the coming of the new heaven and new earth, we're going to have depression. We're going to have confusion and strife. We're going to be focused on money. We're supposed to be taking care of each other, not caught up in this matrix, this system, this monetary system, everything that's going on in the world that's quickly unraveling. We're not supposed to be caught up in any of that. We're supposed to be taking care of each other. That's it. Not storing treasures for ourselves on this earth. We're supposed to be preparing for the new heaven and the new earth. Let's continue. And Adam said to Yah, or to God, while I was in the garden, I knew neither heat nor languor, neither moving about, nor trembling, nor fear. Now since I came to this land, all this affliction has come upon me, because he was a celestial being. He did not have a physical body like as we know it. He didn't have that body yet before the fall. That was created after the fall. But the King James Bible does not tell us that. It just picks up from God making his body out of the dust of the ground and breathing into him and him becoming a living soul. It picks him from there. But that's not Adam's original state. He had a spiritual, celestial body. He didn't have any of this. And this is what we need to realize. We are celestial beings in Yah's mind. We're being fashioned to go back to what he intended us to be. We're going to get a new body in the new heaven and the new earth. It talked about early on in these chapters, the water, that pure water after the righteous die. At the end of time, he has a whole body of water he's going to dip us in. And I guess we're going to be like magic, a divine power. We get those celestial bodies back. I don't know what he's going to do. All I know is that we are too caught up in this earthly vessel, this flesh, which is passing away. Death, as we know it, is not the thing to fear. It's not the all in all. The all in all is our spiritual destination. And we must begin to put Yah first and to come out of this political, religious, money-grubbing, pride, egotistical realm based on our senses in this physical body. We have to surpass that. Let's continue. So Adam is saying, I didn't have to deal with any of this. Okay? Phew. Then Yah said to Adam, so long as you was keeping my commandment, my light and my grace rested on you. When you did transgress my commandment, sorrow and misery befell you in this land. And Adam wept and said, O Lord, O Adon, do not cut me off for this, neither smite me with heavy plagues. nor yet repay me according to my sins. For we of our own will did transgress your commandment, and forsook your law, and sought to become gods like unto you, when Satan the enemy deceived us. Then Yah said again unto Adam, because you have borne fear and trembling in this land, languor and suffering, treading and walking about. They didn't walk before. I don't think they walked before. Going up this mountain and dying from it. I will take all this upon myself in order to save you. And I'm going to read that one more time, because this is the Yah. This is the God that you want to serve, people. This is the Yah you want to serve. Okay? And Adam wept and said, O Lord, O Adon, do not cut me off from this, neither smite me with heavy plagues, nor yet repay me according to my sins. For we of our own will, he's owning it, did transgress your commandment, and forsook your law, and sought to become gods like unto you. They were already gods like unto him. And he says it, when Satan, the enemy, deceived us. He made them think that they didn't have what they already had, and got them to disobey Yah. Then Yah said again unto Adam, because you have borne fear and trembling in this land, you have created this, Adam. Languor and suffering, treading and walking about, and going upon this mountain and dying from it. I will take all of this upon myself in order to save you. Chapter 23. Wow. This is the Yah you want to fall in love with. Then Adam wept more and said, O Yah, have mercy on me, so far as to take upon you that which I will do. Yah took his word from Adam and Eve. So I read that again. Then Adam wept more and said, O Yah, have mercy on me, so far as to take upon you or on yourself that which I will do or that which I did. So Adam is basically saying, wow, you're going to do this for me? Wow, how great is your mercy and your love for me. And Yah took his word from Adam and Eve, meaning he stopped talking to them at that point. Then Adam and Eve stood on their feet, and Adam said to Eve, gird yourself, and I also will gird myself. They're getting stronger now after what Yah just told them. And she girded herself, and Adam told her, as Adam told her. Then Adam and Eve took stones and placed them in the shape of an altar. And they took leaves from the trees outside the garden, with which they wiped from the face of the rock the blood they had spilled. So they're, guys, this is the first altar that was ever created. I'm going to continue. That which had dropped on the sand, talking about their blood, they took together with the dust wherewith it was mingled and offered it upon the altar as an offering unto Yah, or God. Then Adam and Eve stood under the altar and wept, so entreating Yah, forgive us our trespass and our sin, and look upon us with your eye of mercy. For when we were in the garden, our praises and our hymns went up before you without ceasing. When we came into this strange land, pure praise was no longer ours. When we came into this strange land, pure praise was no longer ours, nor righteous prayers, nor understanding hearts, nor sweet thoughts, nor just counsels, nor long discernment, nor upright feelings. Neither is our bright nature. It's left us. It's not even there anymore. Our body is changed from the similitude in which it was at first when we were created. There it is. You don't get this in the King James Version Bible or in these other Bibles. You don't get this story. But this is significant. Adam's and Eve's life is significant. And what happened with them after they came out of the garden, after they lost their Godhead status, they were one with Yah. Their minds were one with Yah. They had celestial bodies. All this that we're experiencing right now, this is not what Yah intended for us. And yet he just told Adam that he's going to take on this very body and he's going to experience all the shame, the hurt, all the suffering that Adam is suffering or has suffered or caused, to get Adam back to what he intended. Do you see the love story here, people? It's not a message of you're going to go to hell if you don't say the sinner's prayer and accept, God's plan of redemption. That's just part of the story. Yes, you need to understand your origin first. You need to understand who you are and what you were intended to be. And once you understand who you are and what you were intended to be and how far you came from that when you disobeyed Yah, and then his profound love for you to take on your curse willingly, to make himself a body just to get you back there, then you'll understand why Satan hates you so much. Then you'll understand why Satan hates you so much. Because you and I have something that he can and never will have, which is God's forgiveness, Yah's forgiveness, his mercy and his grace. He turned Satan and his hosts into darkness. There is no repentance for Satan and his minions or demons or whatever you want to call them. So their mission is to make sure you do not know who you were and are originally, that you do not understand Yah's love and mercy for you. God is mean. He doesn't want you to have fun and enjoy this life. He's good. Because see, I can give you money, I can give you fame, I can give you political status, I can give you stuff in this realm. He wants you to sacrifice your Godhead. He wants you to sacrifice your holiness. He wants you to sacrifice what Yah created you to be, which is in his likeness and in his image, and to be a pleasure source for him and to rule with him. Somebody might say, oh, that's a dangerous way to talk, people thinking that they're God. I tell you what's dangerous is for you telling them that they're not. Satan is a liar in all of his host. We were made in Yah's image and in his similitude. And yes, we appreciate that. We're not trying to be like you, Satan, who wanted to take over the Godhead. No, that's ridiculous. You see where it got you, Satan. There's no forgiveness for you, which is why you have to spend all this time making your little matrix, getting all these people on your side and against Yah. But I'm here to tell you people, God is good and he loves you. He became you. Just like he made us him, he became us to get us back to him. Can you appreciate that? Can you appreciate and see that? And I tell you, if you can't, get on your knees and ask him. Get the distractions out of your life. Get in his word. Read this book. There's so many more that are not in the Bible that'll help you understand who you really are and what's really happening. I tell you a secret. In the end, the righteous win. Let's continue. So they made this sacrifice. They threw themselves down this mountain, rip their skin. They're bleeding, right? They get some leaves and their blood is in the sand, and they wipe the rocks, and they're going to make an altar, and they're going to see. Let's see what Yah did with this altar that they created. And this is their idea. Yah's going to acknowledge. Watch this. We're still in 23. Then Adam and Eve stood under the altar and wept, entreating God, or Yah, forgive us our trespass and our sin, and look upon us with your eye of mercy. For when we were in the garden, our praises and our hymns went up before you without ceasing. When we came into this strange land, pure praise was no longer ours, nor righteous prayer, nor understanding hearts, nor sweet thoughts, nor just counsels, nor long discernment, nor upright feelings. Neither is our bright nature left us. We don't even have that. Our body is changed from the similitude or likeness in which it was at first when we were created. Yet now, look upon our blood, Yah, which is offered upon these stones, and accept it at our hands, like the praise we used to sing unto you at first when in the garden. And Adam began to make more requests unto Yah. You see, people, this is the best he can do. He is no longer in that garden. He is no longer singing praise night and day unto Yah. He can't even see in the spirit realm like that anymore. The least he can do is, here, take this blood, my blood, from this body that I've been demoted to. Take it, Father. And this is my blood is the best that I have to worship you and to pray and to ask for your mercy. And let's see what Yah does. Chapter 24. Let's see if he accepts it. Then the merciful Yah, good and lover of men, looked upon Adam and Eve, and he looked upon their blood, which they had held up as an offering unto him, without an order from Yah to do this. Yah wondered at them, and he accepted their offerings. He accepted the blood that was shed. They shed their blood, throwing themselves out on that mountain. He accepted their offer, their blood on that stone. And Yah sent from his presence a bright fire that consumed their offering. He smelt the sweet savor of their offering and showed them mercy. Then came the word of Yah to Adam and said unto him, listen to this. So beautiful. O Adam, as you have shed your blood, so will I shed my own blood when I become flesh of your seed. As you did die, O Adam, so also will I die. As you did build an altar, so also will I make for you an altar on the earth. As you did offer your blood upon it, so also will I offer my blood upon an altar on the earth. As you did sue for forgiveness through that blood, so also will I make my blood forgiveness of sins and blot out transgressions in it. And now, behold, I have accepted your offering, O Adam. The days of the covenant wherein I have bound you are not fulfilled. Talking about the 5,500 years. When they are fulfilled, then will I bring you back into the garden. Now, therefore, strengthen your heart. And when sorrow comes upon you, make me an offering, and I will be favorable to you. People, you are not going to find any of this in the King James Version Bible or any other Bible similar to it. You know why? Because then it would make sense to you who Yah really is. This right here is the very first covenant between Yah and our forefather Adam and Eve. The very first covenant of 5,500 years, which have been fulfilled, I might add. That's a whole nother thing. We've got proof of that as well. That was when the Son of God came. So imagine what kingdom we're in right now. Imagine what people, Yah loves you so much. He became you. He became me in our fallen state for the sake of our forefather Adam. The shedding of Adam's blood, and he died. Yah brought him back to life. And Yah did the same thing. This is why Satan hates you so much. This is what you need to understand. Your origin, your original state, and where you're headed. I'm going to let this chapter marinate, listen to it again, read it again, and we'll continue next time. Shalom. Thank you for joining me. My name is Yah.